Look, I don't care how much they're prepared to pay. I'm not going undriven, all right? The only thing that wants modifying on that show's the presenters. Oh, all right, punters. It's the Reverend Bob Torque Show. How are you, viewers? I'm Reverend Bob and welcome to the Talk Show. Now, if you like assorted cars, you're on the right channel. Don't switch over, keep watching. Here's what's coming up this week.
Lynn looks at the highs and lows of modding your suspension. Anne-Marie gets busy with the good book. And with more highlights from our fantastic world tour. You can't beat it.
So all the tasty bits from our epic world tour in part 2 of the show, but first up, let's get the rollers rolling. So without further ado, let's go on with a rolling road test. Very nice Subaru here. What's your name, mate?
Richard.
What do you do, Richard?
Company director.
Oh, get you. What about you, mate? What's your name?
Martin.
What do you do for a living?
Computer technician.
Very nice Supra. Right, lads, get your bonnets up. Let's see what you've been doing under there. Any time today. Right then, Rich, without giving us your life story, what have you done to it engine-wise?
Cone filter, full stainless system, lighting pulleys, boost controller, fuel cut defender, fuel adjuster.
Plenty of fiddling going on under there. Now, when we actually do the test, the actual brake horsepower figure, if that's 20 brake more than what you tell us now, I'll send you home packing for cheating. What do you think it is? How much power?
About 320, 330.
330, that's the kind of figures we like on this show. Martin, big Supra, what have you been doing under here?
Air filter, blow-off valve and an exhaust at present.
So a little bit of work. It's a big engine that. Has it got big brake horsepower?
Hopefully about 325, 330.
330, nice Supra, nice Subaru. Come here, geezers. Couple of up for it, lads. Let's get some rolling road work done. So first up, it's Martin's sorted Supra. As ever, it's totally strapped down, so there's no danger of this car leaving that wall at 150 mile an hour. But it would be nice to see his face if it did. So what are we hoping for?
About 325, 330.
325, 330. Are you lot ready? Yeah! Barry, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fire it up, kid. Here we go. You nervous?
Just a bit.
Come on, let's have plenty of noise from you. Come on! Well, that sounded like a sweet run from the big straight six, but did it do the magic 330, Billy boy? What's the scores on the doors?
324.
324. What do you think of that? Yeah! Are you pleased with that?
So, yeah, it's not bad.
Richard, come here, mate. 324, that's the figure to beat. Do you think you'll have that?
Maybe.
We shall find out very soon, because now it's time for some top tuning tips from the very lovely Lynn Rogers.
I bet she does.
And she does indeed, apparently.
324 brake horsepower. Oh, that's the kind of figure we like on this show. For a moment there, I didn't think the Supra was going to get on the ramp, it was that low. Now, lowering your suspension, that's what we're looking at this week. And we're going to have a play with this beautiful little Corsa. Springing into action, do you get it? It's Simon, our resident expert. Hi, Si.
Hi, Lynn, you all right?
Yeah, suspension. Is it just going to be looks that benefit from lowering your car?
No, not at all. If you lower and stiffen the suspension, reduce the body roll, which helps the handling loads. I mean, if you look at racing cars, they sit as low as possible, and that low centre of gravity helps them corner loads better.
OK, and what about road cars? How come they don't come out of the factory as low as possible if it helps the cornering?
Well, one problem with a car that's that low is it's a really harsh ride, and on a road car, you probably want it to sit a little bit higher, smoother ride.
Right, OK, so it's finding the right balance.
It is, yeah.
Now, let's say I was prepared to sacrifice a little bit of comfort to get some better handling from a Corsa outside. What parts would I need?
You could start with a set of lowering springs like these.
Right.
For the Corsa, they lower at 35mm. They're a little bit uprated, so it's a firmer ride. And they're relatively easy to fit.
Easy to fit?
Yeah.
That sounds like a queue for the garage. Come on, Simon. Right, chappies. Don't keep me in suspense. Do you get it? How's it done?
Well, he's been hard at work. He's done 3 out of the 4 corners. He's just got this one to do. Once he's worked the wheel off, he can show you how it's done.
Fantastic.
So we've just got to take off the strut from the hub,
Okay.
take off the anti-roll bar, any pipes that are connected, then disconnect it from the top.
Okay.
That's it. It comes out.
Easy.
That's the shocker. Just got to take the old spring off and put the new one on. That's done over here.
Fantastic. Shocker. Oh, Gav, what took you? Only joking. Is this it, the finished shocker?
Yeah, this is it.
Fantastic. What are we waiting for?
Just got to put it back on, same way we took it off, but in reverse.
Fantastic. Get cracking.
And that's it, all done.
Brilliant. Now, with the magic of TV, let's see how low we've gone with our Corsa. So there you have it, old and new, a full 35mm lower. Cost-wise, you're looking at around £160 fitted, and it'll take about 45 minutes on average to do the job. Don't forget, it can be dangerous messing around with springs yourselves, so don't be a muppet, leave it to the experts. Wow, how low can you go? Well, maybe not that low, but it looks better than it did when it came in. Well, that's all from me this week. Now let's go and see if the Scooby can outpower the Supra over at the Rolling Road.
Thanks very much, Lynn. Right then, earlier on, we saw Martin's sorted Supra pull 323 on the Rolling Road. The big question, Rich, can we top that?
Hope so.
Do you reckon we're going to have that? Yeah! You all ready? Yeah! Barry, are you ready? Fire it up, mate. Let's have a go. Come on, 323 to beat. Sounds sweet enough. Come on, let's have it! Here we go then, time for the scores on the doors. 323 to beat. Billy boy, put us out of our misery.
314.
314, it was close, but not close enough. Martin, come here, kid. 323, you are the winner today, and that puts you top, if I'm not mistaken, of our leaderboard.
Yes, indeed, Martin Boost Bradshaw with an official run of 324 brake horsepower is top of the leaderboard. Will that be the most powerful car of the series? Time will tell.
So we've got some very tasty brake horsepower figures on the leaderboard. Richard, lovely car, mate, but at the end of the day, not quite enough power, sorry, kid. But Martin, fantastic car. You get your Race X wiper spoilers.
Sure, mate.
You get the trophy of cheese. Do you want to touch it? You can't, mate. Have a look at that. How's it feel to be top of the leaderboard?
Fantastic, mate.
Wonderful. Well, I'm feeling fantastically in the mood for Anne-Marie Davis.
On last week's talk show, Anne-Marie had to get 5 punters to open the car door for her to stop her getting static electric shocks. As ever, she did it with flying colours. But let's see if we can catch it out this week.
Hello?
Hi, Anne-Marie. It's the Reverend. How are you, sweetheart? Right then, your challenge this week. Hold out your hand. OK, what you've got to do is get 5 punters within 5 minutes to read out an extract from the good book to make the big man upstairs doubly proud of you. Give it your best shot, sweetheart. See you in a bit. Not a problem.
Let's go and preach the word. Excuse me, I'm trying to promote the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Can you just do a passage from the good book for me, please? Just the first one. Can you just read it out for me, please?
Do I look to camera?
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah.
I've got the urge to up my car with those alloy wheels. I will go far. I'm an urge that grabs a hold of me tightly, so I fiddle in the garage daily and nightly.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Excuse me, I'm here to promote the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Could you just read a passage from the good book? Please, just that, just one thing. No. Okay, thank you.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
I've got the urge to do up my car with those alloy wheels. I will go far. It's an urge that grabs a hold of me tightly, so I fiddle in the garage daily and nightly.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay, hon. Excuse me. I'm here to promote the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Can you just do one passage from the good book for me? No. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to promote the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Can you just do one passage from the good book? Could you just read one passage from the good book? Just that one. You've got to say it loud and proud.
I've got the urge to do up my car with those alloy wheels. I'll go very far. It's an urge that grabs a hold of me tightly, so I fiddle in the garage daily and nightly.
Thank you. I just need you to do a passage from the good book for me, please.
Oh,
Can you just do that about just with the camera, please? It's for the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Say it loud and proud.
Okay. I've got the urge to do up my car with those alloy wheels. I will go far. It's an urge that grabs a hold of me tightly, so I fiddle in the garage daily and nightly.
Thank you. Just one passage in the book, please. Time's ticking down now. What am I going to do? Excuse me, sir. You've got the Reverend Bob Torque Show. Okay. I need one more person. Go on, just that one. Thank you.
Well, a little tweak here and a little tweak there. For ratty old motors, I just don't care. So keep it sweet and your motor large, because when it comes to modifying, the Rev's in charge.
Thank you. I have done it. Come on. H-E-A-V-E-N.
Hey, sir. Hello?
Hey, Rev. I've done it. That was just way too easy.
Like the heavens, sweetheart, you're making mincemeat of these challenges, aren't you? Hey, I've got to hand it to you. The people of Manchester are obviously swept off their feet by your looks and acting prowess. Enough respect. Now, I know you're going to get maximum respect from the big man upstairs for today's challenge, but from me, as a special treat, I'll let you introduce the next item. Well done, darling.
Cheers, Rev. Right, now it's time for Match the Hatch.
Thanks very much, Anne-Marie. Hey, into show 5 and she still hasn't failed a challenge, but don't worry, we'll catch her out sooner or later. Right then, just before we go to a break, let's have a game of Match the Hatch. You know the score by now. We've got a very nice course, so we're going to meet 3 punters. One of them owns the car. It is your job, the viewer at home, to work out who it is. Without further ado, let's meet punter number 1. Pay attention. Punter number 1, away you go.
My name's Mark and I like my Corsa because of its wicked body kit.
It's got a tasty body kit, no doubt about it. Could be Mark's motor. And punter number 2.
Hi, my name's Chris and this is my Corsa. I love it because I like my rubber tight.
Oh, it's got a tasty set of alloys. Could be Chrissy's motor. And punter number 3.
My name's Mark and I like my Corsa because it's got an evil back end.
Hey, there's no getting away for it. This car's menacing. Could be Mark's motor. So who on earth owns this motor? Is it Mark, Chris, or Mark number 2? I don't know, but we'll find out after the break, as well as plenty of this. The cars from the Dublin leg of our world tour were just so tasty. We've got plenty more for you. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the Talk Show. Now, before we crack on with part 2, you need to know which one of them top people owned that top Corsa. And the answer was, of course, Mark number 2. How are you, kid?
Alright, mate.
Hey, how long have you had this wicked car?
2 years.
2 years. Any other plans for some tasty modifications?
Interior and then engine.
Engine, that's what we like. What kind of power?
2 litre turbo.
2 litre turbo. Don't you love it? Fire it up, mate. Very nice. Away you go, sunshine. Hey, lovely car, lovely bloke, and a lovely reverend. On with part 2.
A couple of weeks ago on the talk show, we had a report from the Dublin leg of our world tour, but the cars were so nice and the people were that sweet, we had to show you some more, so sit back and check out some tasty motors. Now, the first time I saw this motor, I didn't know what it was, because this man, John Paul, has done a wicked job designing a unique body kit. What car is it, mate?
Honda Civic, 93.
Right, and you've totally done the whole kit yourself?
Yeah, totally, all over.
Right, have you got like an engineering background, or you're just a bit handy bloke?
Air conditioning myself, but hobby more than anything, just like cars.
Tasty motor, and a little bird tells me you actually won the show here last time of that car.
Yeah, I got the first prize last year, alright. Delighted with that.
Fantastic. Well, on this show, we like Heavenly Motors, and that is one of the best I've seen. Put it there, kid.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now, you know we like your cars in your face on this show, and they don't get much more brutal than that thing. Here's the owner, Martin. How long have you had it, mate?
2 years.
2 years. Now, if you don't mind me saying so, you're not your average boy racer, are you?
Definitely not.
No, but that's not your average car, is it? How much power have we got under there?
339 brake horsepower.
339, that's a heavenly figure, that is. Do you actually use it for rallying?
No.
No?
Track days.
Track days. You like to have a bit of fun in it?
Love to have fun
Good
in
man.
it.
Keep the car sweet, mate. Respect from the big man upstairs. So, Gavin from Ecos, obviously friends of the channel with your Peugeots. Is it worth your while coming down here from Scotland?
Very much so, very much so. Left early Friday morning, it's now Sunday. Haven't stopped having fun.
Wicked crowd, isn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you. I mean, how many folk are still standing outside trying to get into this place?
Well up for the cars
Oh,
here.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, from you guys, have people been saying respect to Ecos's Peugeots?
But nothing but praise. Great crowd, absolutely brilliant crowd.
Well, every time we feature, the big man upstairs says he likes what you do, so
Excellent.
even though you've got a kilt on and I'm slightly wary, I'll still shake your hand.
No problem at all.
Top man. Hey, we're making friends all the time here in Dublin. I've got another one, his name's David, he's got a wicked Honda Integra. Check that out. What year is it, mate?
93.
Right, and have you had the body kit put on again?
Aye.
Yeah, no engine mods or
No, not yet.
Is that the main thing in Ireland? People just like cruising, chilling out with the cars, looking good?
Looks mainly than anything.
I've got to say, that's the best exhaust on the back of there that I've seen on a motor. Yeah, did you make that yourself?
No, my friend Andrew Burke made it.
Right, so you all club together, you all help each other out on your cars. Very nice motor, mate. Cheers for chatting to us.
Thanks very much.
Once again, another sorted rice rocket, this time in the shape of a Honda Civic with a very nice kit on it. What's your name, kid?
Paul.
Paul, how long have you owned this car?
2 years.
2 years, and it is a Civic, yeah?
It is, yes.
Right, what is it with Jap cars in Ireland? They're all RSs and VWs, they don't get a look in. You love these Hondas, don't you?
Yeah, they're not like the European cars that give up.
Right, it's because it don't run right, or what?
No, they're rubbish.
Right. And what about this kit? Did you import that yourself? Is it an Ireland kit? Or?
I got that off a company called Sleek FX.
Right.
It's an Airaboni body kit from the States.
Right. They've just been a bit cheeky and copied it, is that?
Yeah. Oh no, she's genuine. She's
they just bring them in. Yeah,
and he brings them in from the States.
Did you paint it? Did you pick the colour?
I got a crowd by the name of Longs to do it for me, and a few jobs done by a fellow by the name of Mom Speed.
Pretty unique, and we like unique cars on this show. Shake me hand, sunshine. Nice one. Well, that is it from Dublin for our world tour reports, but we'll be back soon, maybe from Australia, America, or maybe Doncaster. Keep watching.
The Reverend Bob Torque Show, you know. The Reverend Bob Torque Show, you know. All right.
Right then, punters, we had hoped this week to bring you a special report from the recent Red Line Rumble down at Santa Pod, but the weather was that rubbish, most of the racing had to be cancelled. But there were still loads of tasty motors there. See if you can spot yours amongst this little lot. Don't forget, punters, to check out the Reverend Bob website at menandmotors.co.uk/Reverend Bob, and even send in pickies of your motor. You never know, we might even get them on the website for you. So although Mother Nature put a stop to the quarter mile racing this week, fear not punters, because there'll be plenty more racing action coming up later on in the series. Look, just sort it out alright. We can't keep going to the north of England. It's supposed to be a world tour. They'll know we've got no money. Just come. Oh, I've got to go. Hello viewers, how are you? I hope you've enjoyed this show this week. Well, you know what I like to do at the end of the programme is read you a passage from the good book. And this week, I think I'm going to read you some of the commandments of the modified car world that were written in here all those years ago. Pin your ears back, you'll like this one. The disciples came down from the hills. They had been reading for 10 days and 10 nights. The others waited to see what their colleagues had learned. They waited until there was hush, and then they said, modify your car to give it max power. Each day, be sure to push it to the red line. Make sure that you have a fast car, and if your missus doesn't like it, give her the Evo. Alright? Hey, keep sending your pictures in of your tasty motors to the website and we'll try and get them on the programme. But that's it for me this week. We will be back with a talk show next week, but until then, just remember, punters, that the big man upstairs, he loves every one of you. Later. On next week's talk show, Aussie Iceman Bob Darwin checks out a beautiful BMX-5 that's fully kitted out with AV gear. And down at the Rolling Road, it's Vorsprung Dork sorted as we pitch a beautiful Audi S3 against a wicked Sapphire Cosworth. Who's going to win? You'll have to watch and find out.
The Reverend Bob Torque Show. It's like all your Christmases come at once.